My name is Sahara. I'm from Kenya. I was born in Kenya, and my parents were born in Somalia. And I came here December 9th, 2003. And we didn't really choose where we wanted to live, so as we went through the immigration process, they basically chose like where we're gonna be.
For what I had done, I will wake up in a routine and stop in between.
When we first came here, we are different people. We don't speak the language. We have different clothing, dressing, and people were just so racist towards us. They would egg our house, and they would be like, go back home, and we were just tired of hearing all that. And so my mom ended up getting a new apartment.
Thoughts, actions, and reactions. Roger that, I'm not a perfect person.
I had to get accustomed to the culture as well, because I'm not an American, I'm not from here. The first thing I think I had to do was learn English first before I can communicate with anyone. The Eastbrook Church helped our families learn English, like our parents, my aunt, and everyone else. And then it makes a big, huge difference, because now I can communicate with so many people, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like I was born here.
Fahrenheit, not too cold for the world, not smart for my brain.
Back home, it's very different. There is nothing the same that I could ever find. It's, the food tastes different, the people are different, the weather, the language, the culture, everything is really different.
As if nothing happened, I'm only here to respect, admire, adore, live, and create something out of life.
I grew up as I wanted to be an actor. And then I was like, okay, so I don't know this acting thing, where it's gonna take me. So I just ended up singing. I started rapping, and then I started making my own songs.
Walking long distance, I'm trying to figure out the same solutions to this world's issues. Then sometimes I forget that I have my own problems, but someone has.
I feel like when I started doing music, I was kind of going through a lot. And so that was a way of expressing my life at that moment. And then I started dancing. That's when I started doing African dance. And then I started looking at different cultures. I love doing the Hindi, the songs and the dances.
That time is ticking and I am struggling.
I'm just everywhere. I'm just one of those people who just, all over the place in a positive way. I've never had a problem with this neighborhood. In the beginning, we sort of had, still those racial slurs, all that other stuff. But I had to actually stand up and teach people who we are and what we stand for, where we came from, that we speak English. They think that we don't understand what they say. And I feel like it's because our people communicate in our language. They don't always speak English, because they're like, we don't want to lose our own, language. So I had to teach myself people. Like the neighbor, I would always be like, hi, I don't know the neighbors, but I would teach them who I am, my family and all that, and it's safer, it's better. Outsiders see this neighborhood as like a crime place. I don't think they know what's going on. Nowhere, I feel like sometimes everywhere is not going to be perfect. Nowhere is going to really be perfect. But as a community, Washington Park is there. They're always open, for people. You come into our next generation, we have open arms. As Washington Park partners and Urban College, they do work together to, try to create a safe environment for everyone in the community, and that's really what matters. I'm not, ever afraid to come in here. My culture is one of the happiest people around. They're very happy people, but they're just afraid. They fear, differences. They fear people that aren't like them. So I always tell people, I feel like it's opening up. To be honest, if you ask an adult or someone else that's older in my culture, are they safe here? They would say no, because they're very into their self. And I'm always like, do you know, do you ever get to know a person? Do you ever talk to a person? Do you ever, ask them what is going on? And, are you communicating with your neighbor? I feel like they create that differences between each other. And I kind of don't. I'm just like, hi, how are you doing? You know, I'm Sahara, I'm a human, how are you? You know, so the neighbor in front of us is African American too, so they're just, you know, oh, look at those girls with the scarf, you know. And so I end up one day, they were doing a barbecue, and so I just ended up going there, like, do you guys, because they didn't have enough charcoals. So I was like, I have charcoals, you know. And they were like, oh my God, thank you. Since that day, like, we, like, created a relationship. Like, we know each other.
Don't let danger control what you can control. What you say can sometimes be a drug that levels another person.
I feel like, you know, when people are segregated, you never know if you're going to need someone from a different culture to experience something different. Like, that's what makes up the world. That's what a world is. If we were all like the same culture, I'm telling you, if me and you were just the same, it would be boring. You know, I love the fact that you are not like me. I love it because we can do so many things with, you know, you being different.
Like a famous song, I wanna be. Like
I'm happy that I'm here, but like cultural-wise, home is back home for me. That's my home. I can never get comfortable as I did back there than here, but I feel like I need here. You know, I need to be here to be able to succeed. My mother really wanted me to have a great education, and I've always wanted to be in school. I just wanted to have that feeling of being in school. Like, if I was at home now, I would probably have like 7 kids. I would be married with another wife, and I wouldn't be able to, you know, do what I do.